In the quiet stillness of the mountains, I have come to understand something most seek but few truly embrace. Failure is not the end. It is, in fact, the beginning of a new journey. It is the fertile soil from which your greatest growth will spring. Today, I will share with you a truth that has been passed down through generations. Failure is not something to fear, but something to honor. There was a time long ago when I too feared failure. I sought perfection in every step, every word, and every action. But I learned, as all must, that perfection is not the goal. Progress is. I remember in my youth being faced with a challenge I could not overcome. The weight of failure pressed on me like a heavy stone. I thought of abandoning my path, retreating back into safety. But then I heard the voice of the wind in the trees, whispering a lesson I would carry with me forever. Failure is not the end of the road. It is a bend in the path that leads to a greater understanding. Like the river's course, our lives flow with purpose, but there are rocks that will shift our direction, forcing us to adapt. Do you see the rock does not stop the river? It redirects it. Similarly, when you face failure, do not let it stop you. Let it guide you to new paths, paths that you could not see before, but that have always been there waiting. One story I hold dear is of a young man named Khan. He came to me once, broken and defeated. He had failed in his studies, failed in his relationships, and most painfully, he had failed himself. His spirit was heavy, his heart torn. He asked me, "Master, how do I rise after falling so far?" I looked at him with compassion and said, "The key to success is not in avoiding failure, but in learning from it. Remember this, in every failure, there is a lesson, and in every lesson, there is the seed of success." Khan listened intently, and over time, he began to embrace his failures as opportunities. He learned to reflect, to seek meaning, and to trust that each step, even the missteps, were leading him somewhere greater. And in time, Khan became one of the wisest men I had ever known, not because he had avoided failure, but because he had learned to rise each time he fell. And so, my friends, remember this. Success is not about how many times you rise, but about how many times you are willing to try again after you fall. Each failure is a step on the ladder to your success, and you will never reach the top if you do not climb through the valleys first. When you are faced with failure, look at it not as a reflection of your worth, but as a lesson in your journey. What can it teach you? What does it reveal about the direction you need to go? The road to success is not a straight path, but a winding, unpredictable trail. Embrace each twist and turn, for it is through these that you will grow stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Take a moment now, my dear friend, and reflect on your own failures. What have they taught you? How can you transform them into the stepping stones of your success? This is your journey, and you are the one who decides how it unfolds. The choice is yours.